This video is sponsored by Beer 52. Beer 52 is the most popular craft beer discovery club with over 150,000 members that get sent a brand new case of beer every single month. Each month's case has a different theme. Past themes have included beer from New Zealand, South Africa, Korea and all over the USA and Europe. As an independent British company, Beer 52 are passionate about the UK craft beer scene, which they continue to support during this difficult period. If dark beer is not your thing, you can simply choose the light option. Your case will also come with the award-winning beer magazine Ferment and a tasty snack. Don't worry though, if you do change your mind, you can pause or cancel your account at any time. Just go to www.beer52.com/blues to get your first case of 8 beers for just $5.95. That's www.beer52.com/blues. Hello everyone and welcome back to Blues Fans TV. This video is sponsored by Beer 52. Now, this is a video I didn't want to have to make today. I was thinking that today's video was going to be full of delight. I really had high hopes for us to win yesterday. We ended up losing the game 2-0, so this is sort of going to be it's not really my post-match review. It's more, I've had time to sleep on it. I never like to do reviews so close after the game. I know we have to do that obviously when we're allowed in the stadium, but I feel like the next day I feel like I'm more level-headed and can really discuss the game properly. Let's start then. I think I'm going to start on a positive note. I think first 30 minutes we were the better team. I think especially Werner. I'll go into Havertz in a minute, but I think especially Werner, they were all over him, and I think they knew he was going to cause them a problem. I expect him to get goals soon. I think that time is coming promptly, but they were all over him. He was able to run through 3 or 4 of those Liverpool defenders, but they were all over him. And I think when Ziyech is fit and when he can come back, he'll be great to assist him. I think he needed a bit of help there. I'm not sure we've seen the best from Havertz yet. I'm not sure he's had the best 2 opening games. But now, Werner, I thought for the first 8 minutes, I thought he was doing really well. At times our best player on the pitch without even scoring a goal. The downside for me is it all went wrong the minute Christensen got sent off. We'll talk about it then. Some of you don't believe it's a penalty. I think it's a straight penalty. Practically rugby tackles him to the floor. When you watch it in slow motion, you don't actually realise how hard he tackled him. He denied him a clear goal scoring opportunity, in my opinion. Literally puts his arms around the back of him and tackles him to the floor. And it was a really, really stupid tackle. I know when you're sort of the last defender at the back and it's they're one-on-one with the keeper, tensions can run high and you do make silly mistakes. David Luiz used to do it a lot when he played for Chelsea. But still, a really, really silly tackle to make. And I think that just showed the lack of experience we have in the team. I think when you have the likes of... When Christensen went off, it's like our confidence went. And because it happened just before half-time, it really was a massive blow to us. And I think Liverpool knew they could capitalise that in the second half. And they did. Mane is a fantastic striker, a fantastic player, sorry. I wish we had him at Chelsea, actually. I think he's just... phenomenal. I think he knows how to put the ball in the back of the net quite clearly, and the minute they saw that we were vulnerable and we were 10 men down, they took advantage of that, and the game completely changed. So it was a game of 2 halves. I believe if Christian had stayed on the pitch, I think we would have won that game. And I'm just really, really disappointed that we didn't get more out of it. I think you could see Frank on the sideline standing up, like fuming. He's got a very weird... Frank's not one to scream and shout very much, but you can just tell in his face he's just really, really angry. And I think we saw that, and we'll get onto this now with the second goal with Kepa. I don't really know what to say about this anymore, guys. We just can't say that he's a £70 million goalkeeper. Has he made some good saves for Chelsea? Yes. Has he played some good games for Chelsea? Yes. But is he Premier League champions level? No, he isn't. It was a ridiculous pass to make. He practically, I think, when you go 1-0 down, there's always a chance that you're going to get back in the game. But I think 2-0 down with only 10 men, you're really cutting yourself thin, and that sort of killed the game for me. So 2 things, Christensen and Kepa, I think, were the 2 main faults in the game, because I thought overall our play other than that was actually pretty good. I actually thought Kante's performance was okay. But yeah, just completely killed the morale of the team. Kepa, I don't know what we're going to do about him, to be honest. If he doesn't get dropped now, I don't really know how Frank thinks that we're going to progress we have to win a trophy this season. I think his job is on the line in that sense. I think they'll give him time, of course, but Kepa can't keep his place in the team. That pass back that he, it was all his fault. He passes it to the Liverpool player and then the ball's in the back of the net. That for me is not only poor football, it's lack of concentration. You're playing in one of the biggest games of the season. Okay, fine, it's only our second game of the season, but those 3 points are going to really, really matter towards the end of the season, and I'm just gutted that we couldn't see the game off. And I think Kepa is just a prime example of what we dealt with last season. He's not experienced enough. He's not a Premier League player, in my opinion. He's definitely not Chelsea Football Club standard. 70 million is such a huge price tag. Yes, he didn't choose that price tag, but that moment in the game for me was him just not paying attention, not really caring actually, and not really understanding what the game means. These games are huge games, whether it's a London derby or whether it's against one of our top 4 rivals, especially against champions of England currently. And you can't make silly mistakes like that, because Liverpool especially will take advantage of you, and they more likely than not are going to put the ball in the back of the net, and that's what happened. So Kepa's fault there definitely cost us the game, in my opinion, as did Christensen making that silly tackle. Although I think in Christensen's defence, he was trying too hard, as well as I think with Kepa, with that mistake, it was more just not paying attention, not looking up in front of him, just basic football. And I think a lot of Chelsea fans were angry at him. I could see after the game, a lot of fans on social media was so angry. And I was just fuming about it, to be honest. And I don't really know what else to say. I think Liverpool were there for the taking yesterday. I don't think they're gonna be as good as what they were last season. And I'm just gutted, because I really feel like we could have done with those points, because towards the end of the season, it's really, really going to matter. On a side note, then, another crucial moment in the game, although I'm still not sure we would have won it, is the penalty that Jorginho took. For me, that was not one of his strongest penalties. He very rarely misses, but I think when you're playing against Liverpool, they're going to have studied, who is likely to take a penalty, and they would have worked out which way he was going to go, what he was going to do. But he did that slow run up, which I absolutely hate when players do that. I mean, I think it's all right if you're playing against a lesser team, but when you're playing against the likes of Liverpool, I don't think you can mess about like that. And again, luck just wasn't. It just wasn't our days. A lot of errors that we wouldn't normally make were literally all seen in those 90 minutes. So just inexperience, poor judgment. I don't know what else to say really. It was just not a great performance for us the minute we seen that red card. I think had we scored that penalty, could we have gone for a draw? Absolutely, but I think to say that we would have gone and won the game would be a bit far-fetched, because I'm not really sure we had the quality in the side after that. And just mentally, not even physically, but just mentally of the players. I think had we have had the likes of someone like Frank Lampard or John Terry in the squad, it'd be a very, very different situation. But we don't have that leader in the team. We don't have somebody to boost the morale when we go down to 10 men, when we concede 2 goals. So yeah, just a massive shame all round. Anyway, comment below and let me know what you thought of yesterday's game. Are there any players that actually did impress you? Like I said, I thought Werner for the first half was actually quite promising, and a long time since we've seen a player able to run through the Liverpool defence. And I think the last player I know to do that would be Eden Hazard. So promising stuff from him, although he didn't get a goal. But like I say, I think those 2 errors in the game really cost it. It wasn't really us not performing well. It was just silly errors, lack of concentration, inexperience in the team that cost us the game. That's something that Frank's going to have to address this week. So yeah, comment below, and obviously if you like this video, well, I don't know if you're going to like this video, it's not been that upbeat, but if you want more videos like this, please click the subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Today's video was sponsored by Beer52. You can find their link in the description below, and head over to www.beer52.com/blues.